We are back at American Truck Simulator. We are making a delivery to Salt Lake City. Not far to go with it, but before we actually make our delivery with our road roller, we have a chance to buy a new garage, a 3-bay garage, buy our first truck to be used by someone other than me, and to hire our first driver. And the purpose for getting that truck and driver on the road is to pay for our loan. We have a $500 million loan. I'm sorry, $500,000 loan. Ha ha ha. Boy, if I could only take out $500 million. But a $500,000 loan. And we want to get employed drivers to help me make that payment. We also have something to discover by way of the question mark. I believe it will be a recruiting station. We're 28 miles from delivery of our road roller. It's 1:03 in the afternoon. If we headed directly to delivery, we could be there just shy of 2 o'clock. Probably will be a little after 2 o'clock. And of course, we run the risk of a late delivery by we made a detour up to Ogden, Utah. That added time. We're making this excursion. We've discovered a Volvo dealership, and we're about to discover a recruiting office. That takes a little extra time. And then the purchase of our new garage and new truck and driver will take time. All of that should be time that we dedicate to delivery. But maybe our delivery will be forgiving. There's the recruiting agency. Your first garage. It'll never come again. Your chance to buy your first garage. $180,000. A sight to behold. Wonderful. And now that we have this garage, just get ourselves around the back side here a little bit. And let's go find a truck dealer, buy another truck. We have a Freightliner. How about we check out the Kenworths? There's Kenworth dealership right here in town. We'll visit the dealership. Oh, can't quick travel while on the job. Oh, no. Okay, well, let's finish the job. Again, you really want to buy that truck and hire that driver as soon as you can, because your payment is going to be coming due. And without a driver earning money, you're going to be making that payment using money you've borrowed. And that is never smart. Thankfully, delivery is not far away. On television, I have just finished watching the Netflix series, which used to be a USA network series called Suits. And the one of the main stars who plays the role of Michael is a Canadian, and he hides his Canada accent pretty well. Sometimes when he uses the word dollar, it sounds very, very Canadian. And I'm sure another Canadian would not notice the subtle difference between an American saying the word dollar and a Canadian saying the word dollar. I can't even really pronounce the way a Canadian would say the word dollar, but it is subtly different. And right away you can tell he's Canadian. He grew up in Toronto. But other than that, he doesn't have the marked, deep Canadian accent that you sometimes hear from folks who grew up in the rural countryside. He hides it pretty well. What I always get a kick out of is watching historic pieces, historic shows or movies, and you can tell that the actor has got ear piercings. He's got a little indentation on his earlobe where he wears his ear piercings. Well, back in, depending on the historic time, of course, many males did not routinely wear earrings. So when you're watching a show and you see a man with an indentation in his earlobe, you go, oh, well, makeup artist, maybe they could have put a little putty in there and covered up the hole. I know, let's say you're filming a Western piece and you have a jet airliner fly over your filming site. Well, you certainly would reshoot the scene. You don't want a modern jetliner to be flying over in 1886. Same reason you should cover up that earlobe hole for your period actor. Well, it's always amazing how period pieces, both men and women, they always have wonderful dental health. They always have white teeth and they're all straight. In the real 1800s, there wasn't a lot of orthodontics. Dental care wasn't the best. And you didn't have people with perfect teeth. Or perfect complexions, for that matter. Going a little bit fast, doing 53 in a 50 zone. Just outside of Salt Lake City is a place called the Bingham Copper Mine. The Bingham Copper Mine is the largest open pit mine in the world. It is easily visible from space. And maybe not this delivery, but we will have a delivery eventually at the Bingham Mine. As a tourist, you can go in and see the incredible mine. The monster dump trucks and other equipment are used in the mining process. Looks like there's going to be a cutscene available to watch, and as you know, I always watch all the cutscenes. Oh my, this is it. This is it. This is the Bingham Copper Mine. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is a man-made wonder. It's, in real life, you've got to drive 40 or so miles out of town to get to it. So that's why initially I didn't think that's where we were. But of course, the game miles are significantly shorter than real miles. But I'm so happy we are here because in real life, I was in Salt Lake City, staying at a downtown hotel, and I took a bus tour. I paid money to take a tour bus as a passenger, and I rode out to this mine with the tour group, and it is a memory I will never forget. If you're in Salt Lake City, this is it's not very expensive. Great place to visit. Let's watch this cutscene. Engine off, and let's enjoy. What an experience. On to delivery. In real life, this is not called BHP. I don't know the name of the company that runs this, but I know it's not BHP. Well, not going to get credit for it unless it's a little bit straighter. I would never attempt this with a double or a triple. Hope I'm not late. Oh, I'm not late. Good. Wonderful. Now, current company jobs. Usually let's take a look and see what they are. $32. That's great. If I weren't on the verge of buying a truck, I would take that right now. But it's good for 8 more hours. I'm going to hold off on that, and I'm going to buy a truck. Truck dealers. Let's go to we have a Freightliner. Let's go to the Kenworth dealer. There's one right there in Salt Lake City, and we're going to visit the dealer. Wow, that's a nice cab over K100. And it's also relatively cheap, $62,000. We can buy that one. There's the Aerodyne. There's the VIT with the air scoop. There's the Aerodyne VIT. Here's the T800 day cab, 109,000. We can buy the W900 day cab, 680 day cab. And we just crashed. Well, that crash is actually good for us because it allows us to finish up our 17-minute video. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me. You'll find out what truck we buy, and we're going to hire a driver and put that truck and driver to work in the next video. Thanks for riding.